In this topic, we shall learn how to construct various quadrilaterals. Look at these pencils. You can arrange these to form different kinds of quadrilaterals as shown. Here, pencils of the same size are used to make two different quadrilaterals. Likewise, there are many quadrilaterals that can be made with the sides of the same measurement. In such cases, we only change the measure of the angles between the sides of the quadrilaterals while the measurement of the sides remains the same. To construct a unique quadrilateral, you need to know at least 5 measurements. We can construct a quadrilateral when the measurements of 4 sides and 1 diagonal are given. In such a case, if we keep the length of the diagonal the same, then the angles between the sides of the quadrilateral also remain the same. Look at this example. First, let's draw a rough sketch. Since the opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal, now, to draw the parallelogram, first draw a triangle formed by the diagonal, 1 length and 1 breadth. Next, draw the remaining 2 sides. Thus, we get the required quadrilateral. We can also use protractors to draw angles of required measure. Let's now draw a parallelogram ABCD with the given. First, we will make a rough sketch. Since the opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal, we get the measure of all four sides of the parallelogram. Now, draw AB equal to 4 centimeters. Now, from A, mark a point for an angle of 35 degrees using a protractor. Draw an arc of radius 3 centimeters intersecting the previously drawn line at D. Since the sum of the interior angles on the same side of a line joining two parallel lines is 180 degrees, the angle made by BC with AB is equal to 180 minus 35 degrees. This is equal to 145 degrees. Now, draw an arc of radius 3 centimeters intersecting the previously drawn line at C. Now, join C and D to get the required quadrilateral. Let's draw a trapezium ABCD with the given dimension. First, we will draw a rough sketch. Now, draw the base with length 4 centimeters. Then, draw a perpendicular from A and draw an arc of radius 3 centimeters from A, intersecting the perpendicular at D. Now, the other parallel side will also be perpendicular to the base. This is because perpendicular to one parallel line is also perpendicular to the other parallel line. Hence, we will draw another perpendicular from B and draw an arc of radius 5 centimeters from B, intersecting the perpendicular at C. Joining C and D gives us the required quadrilateral. There are some special quadrilaterals for which we can specify less than 5 measurements and use their properties to know the other measurements. Take an example of a square. You know that all the sides of a square are equal. Also, all the angles of a square are right angles. So, we can draw a square if we know the measure of one of its sides. Let's draw a square ABCD of side 4 centimeters. First, we will draw a rough sketch. Now, draw the base with length 4 centimeters. Now, draw perpendiculars of lengths 4 centimeters from A and B. Lastly, join C and D to get the required square. Let's now see how to construct a rhombus ABCD with diagonals of lengths 8 centimeters and 6 centimeters. Let's first draw a rough sketch. We know that the diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular bisectors of each other. Now, draw one of the diagonals, say of length 8 centimeters. Next, draw a perpendicular bisector of AC. Now, mark B and D such that both are at a distance of 3 centimeters from the point of intersection of the lines on the opposite sides. Join AB, BC, CD and DA. ABCD is the required rhombus. Let us summarize all that we have learned in this topic.